the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have clinched the AFC East this year. Let's talk
Mhm.
about that. The Buffalo Bills have clinched the AFC East this year. I think I expected you know, the Bills to do this year. A lot of people are expecting the Jets to take the next leap. But my thoughts are that this Bills team feels a little bit different.
Yeah.
Now, can they beat again? It goes back to the MO. Can they beat the Chiefs when it matters? Will they be able to beat that Chiefs team in the playoffs when it matters? If I'm going off of my old guard of what I said, it doesn't look too positive for them. Right? It
Yeah.
doesn't look too positive for them. But it does bring the question: with Josh Allen playing the way he's playing, with this Bills team playing on fire, what they just did last night, do you think that they could be unstoppable in this playoffs, Daniel? What are your thoughts?
Unstoppable, I'm gonna say no, to be honest.
Hmm.
And my thoughts on the Bills, once again, I don't want to sound like I'm down on this team. What they're doing is extremely impressive. This goes to, and I think it's very simple. Applaud their defense, right? Greg Rousseau and the defensive line has really turned a new leaf this year. They've been very good, even in spurts, mainly this entire season without a Von Miller. They've done it with a makeshift wide receiver room, right? You go look at the receivers who played yesterday. Amari Cooper was fine, but the rest of these dudes, like Khalil Shakir, is not a star. Curtis Samuel is not a star. Mac Hollins is not a star. This is a team that is just scrapping ways on offense to be good. And that's why a lot of the credit does go to Joe Brady and Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a superb playmaker. And that's what a lot of this offense comes down to, is his playmaking, is his out of the structure, plays. And obviously everybody saw that big play that happened yesterday, the Amari Cooper little pitch back. That's the one that everybody's going to remember. But there's a lot of plays that this dude makes outside of the pocket, just on third down, being able to use his legs on 3rd and 1, on 4th and 1. It is a weapon that the Buffalo Bills have used to their advantage this season. And that's part of the reason why they're having such success. And I think that that's the reason why they should be in that top 2 tier of the AFC right now. When we talk about unstoppable, though, I just go back to that Baltimore Ravens game earlier this year where they lost 35-10. And that's a game I feel like nobody talks about anymore. It was early in the season. It was, them trying to find their footing with their new weapons. They didn't have Amari Cooper, but that was a game where I just saw this team get punched in the mouth. And I really struggle to get some of those images out of my head when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. I don't think that they would get dog walked in the playoffs, but this is a team where it is proven that you can run on this team. It is a team that it is proven if you take control of the game early and you force this Buffalo Bills team to play from behind, it can be a serious struggle for them. Josh Allen has played much better football when it comes to turnover, worthy plays this year. But still, this dude is a guy where he is going to try to make plays, and your biggest strength is oftentimes your biggest weakness. And that's what concerns me when it comes to the playoffs, is saying, hey, you're making it work right now. You've got Khalil Shakir, who's, top 5 in targets within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. He is the guy that Josh Allen trusts. You got Dawson Knox, you got Dalton Kincaid, 2 very consistent tight ends, those 2 very good weapons. I love, when they roll out in 12 personnel. I just sometimes, Malik, I do get concerned when saying, hey, you got all these weapons. You go look at every single, game. He's throwing to Mac Hollins twice a game. He's throwing to Curtis Samuel. He's really dishing it out. When it comes to the playoffs, we both know this. It is a different feel to it. It is, hey, you're not going to rotate 6 different receivers, and you got to go to the guys you trust. And that's where I think my mind goes to, saying, hey, I just don't know. It really is going to come down to him making turnovers in the playoffs, and being able to limit those, because I believe in Josh Allen. I believe on him in 3rd down, on 4th down. I'm just really, really curious to see how they look in the playoffs, and can they consistently rattle off 3 straight victories without having a game where Josh Allen comes out and really has a couple turnovers. And that's what it comes down to. So they're impressive right now. I'm not taking anything away from them, but my mind goes to that Ravens game and looking at their weapons and saying, hey, Josh Allen is going to have to be Superman in the playoffs. And I don't know if he can be Superman for 3 straight games. And that's really what it comes down to Malik. I think that he is a superb talent, but I'm just saying this now. I think that it bites him in the ass come playoff time.
Mhm.
And that's what happens when you build the team the way they built it. And that's what happens. They've done an excellent job. They're going to make the playoffs. They're in contention for the #1 seed. They might even get the #1 seed, and that would be a huge help to them. But their offense, it really is reliant on his Superman plays,
Mhm.
and you just hope that doesn't bite him in the ass.
Right, and I saw somebody says they went far because they got rid of Stephon Diggs, and that could be true. It could be the pressure of having a Stephon Diggs and feeling the need to force feed him the ball might have contributed to the Bills' lack of playoff success, or actually, I would say lack their breaking through. Um, that definitely could play a point, and maybe he's better when he can just wheel and deal to different, various wide receiver talent out there for sure.